Hello everyone, Tanak here, and welcome to episode 51 of Building My Industrial Empire in EVE Online. So, starting with the progress report. You will see that this week the total net worth is at 88 billion ISK. If you are looking at following the series from the start, this is the first time in a year that the total net worth is going down. What is happening? What did I lose something big? No, well, not really. Big chunk of that is what I would say an anomaly. You see that my main lost a billion worth of ISK. The corp lost almost 2 billion. It's due to a lot of things. One of them being that I bought 3 large skill injector with Tanak. And for some reason, it's calculating skill point value, but it's not calculating them at the same rate as the skill injector that cost me. So it looked like the value of my skill point didn't go up, but I did pay for those skill injectors, so that's almost 2 billion. I did run a lot of incursion, so I did at least a billion worth of incursion this week. It's probably more closer to 1.5 billion. So it still went down. Stuff happened. I mean, for the reason I see that, it's probably just an anomaly. Because I'm now, if you look at my number of skill point, I'm now at almost 29.4. So I did get like 1.2 million skill point out of those large skill injector, and I didn't pay that much for it. I paid 640 each. So anyway, that's part of the reason. The other part you will see, and the reason I bought those skill injector is some of you that are noticing this here. We created an alliance for Guns R Us, so we got weapon of mass production with the ticker WOMP, which was free. So we are now WOMP Gun. This is actually pretty cool. This means that in 6 months we'll be able to submit requests to have our own little icon here. And the reason we're creating this alliance is hopefully to speed up our growth. There's a lot of stuff. I'll talk about the alliance later, but it cost $1 billion to create an alliance, so that's part of the reason the corp dropped in value this week. Also, we didn't have any mining up because our last mining up was a moon mining on Friday before I did the video, when it's usually on Saturday. So we didn't have any mining up during this week. So Corp didn't have any revenue, and it spent some money for stuff. So that's why the Corp dropped. And my own value is that. And the other part that you will see here is my Moros. I actually fitted my Moros. I can fly it now. I cannot shoot everything on it, but I can like get in it and fly the thing. So there, one thing that's weird here, it's evaluating, Jeeves Asset is evaluating my Moros at 1.8 billion, but if I go with the EVE appraisal, my Moros is at 2.9, so I'm missing a bill here. And if I look even at the price, well, the price is probably, this is probably just the all, I would say, but it is fitted. So I don't know how it's calculating that. Anyway, at the point I'm at with asset between 3 characters, asset in bank, asset in corp, I'm relying on the software that is doing stuff, and I'm not 100% sure every time what is calculating. So it's still a good indicator. I mean, I cannot explain that for various reasons, but we shouldn't have dropped in value. Anyway, that's the anomaly for now. So we'll go with that. Will I get to 100 million now next week? I highly doubt it, unless I mean, not using normal corp revenue. So unless a lot of people start contributing in corp, like giving us money just for us to hit a goal, I would be highly surprised. I could I could dump Plex and get 10 bill, but that's not that's not what we're gonna do. So I don't know. We'll try. We'll try. The goal would still be to get to 100 bill under 1 year of playing Heave, but this is probably not gonna happen at this point. And now we'll go with the HR. Where is that? As the corporation now, you can see that we've passed 150 member. Again, I like to show you that they are active member, so they are people that are logging in. There are some people that haven't logged for 7 days, so, and a few of them, I really need to get that cleanup done. Just I haven't, so I'll get to it at some point. I just didn't have the time, and it's really more out of laziness, and some of them sentimental value because they've flown with me for a long time. So I'm still, part of me is hoping that they will come back in game, but I mean, at some point we need to follow our own rule and kick people out after a month of inactivity. Aside from that, okay, the alliance creation. This is a major change for us. I'm getting offered regularly to join other people alliance, and I did at one point. The way that I see that is we're telling a story with this series, and I need to have control of the story to some degree. You've seen me, if you remember the episode when I was part of an actual great alliance, but it does keep me from having the diplomatic flexibility that I need to be doing what I want. And let's go at it another way. I'm a YouTuber. I'm a little bit egocentric, so I need to be the boss. So that's the way I see it. So we started our own alliance. What we want is to actually open the alliance to recruitment, but keep Gun as the executor corp. But we want to increase our strength as a group, and recruiting. I mean, uniting with other corp that share similar value as us and that are active in our area makes a lot of sense, because you can then again you can share the burden of defense, share the cost of structure, and overall as a group you get you have more firepower. So it does make a lot of sense. We just created it. We still need to write an alliance charter, decide how we're going to work with other corp, set up an alliance board, like all the IT part of running a corporation. We have a lot of work to do on that side. So it is. I mean, we already have a Mumble, we already have a Discord. Oh, my dog is seeing some stuff outside. So anyway, there's still like a lot of stuff that we need to do to get everything up and running, but it is a step in the right direction. But right now, as you'll see, we're the only corp in the alliance. The goal is to have an alliance that is non-deckable, at least at least so far, the initial discussion that we have had, and keep Holding Corp outside of the alliance, so you can basically decide the fight you want, but you don't get Gank and Jita for just carrying stuff around. So anyway, that's the alliance part. Weapon of mass production was an internal. We had a vote internally. It was not my first choice, but I went with what all my corp wanted. Personally, I preferred Intergalactic Space Pony, but they didn't want it. So anyway, okay. Aside from that, back to the usual, the typical format. Industrial operation. We do have one Orca for sale right now. I haven't. I need to go put it in Jita to sell it or try to sell it on contract. So I do have one on hand that is for sale. We have one in the cooker that is ready, and we're ready to start another one pretty soon. There was no mining operation, so that's a big part for the industrial operation. Was actually pretty calm this week, and now war and politics, and this one you will see it is very interesting because it is a week of first time I'm losing. First time my network is lower. First time I create an alliance, and we had a fight. We anchored a Raitaru in Gunditsa, which is one of the White Sky system. We were looking for a fight. White Sky is usually, if you look at the Gunzora skill board, they're usually dropping on our miners, and they're actually pretty good at like picking up those small gang fight and choosing their fight. But when we have large fleet, they're not. They usually don't commit to it. So they're dropping on miners when they can, but they're avoiding our large fleet, which is actually pretty smart. I mean, that's what you should be doing. You shouldn't be picking fight that you're gonna lose. So the way we decided to actually get a fight with them on the to get a fight from them, a fleet fight, which is what we wanted, was to anchor a Raitaru in one of their system, knowing that it wasn't something they could ignore. And so that fight happened. And I will put in the description a link because one of my officers is filming all those fights, and he's actually posting them on YouTube. So I will link if you want to see that specific fight or any other fight that we're doing in guns. Sometime I will post them as part of the video, but he's specifically filming all the fights. So if you want to see our battle channel, I would say I will link it in the description, and I'll try to like post a little square in YouTube that I can link to it. I don't know how to do that. I'll try it. I'll see if I can do it. Anyway, what happened in that fight is we were with our Rook fleet. We anchored the Raitaru, and we had some friend coming over with carriers to carrier and fax to help us out. And White Sky dropped some dreads, so that was pretty nice. Moras, and they had a Thanatos, so that's a carrier and carrier or fax, I'm not sure. Anyway, they had an Nidahogger and an Agalfar. And then they drop the super carrier and they drop the Titan on us. So that was a pretty crazy fight, as you can imagine. It's the first time in my EVE career, so it took me less than a year to get a Titan dropped on me on my corp. So it was pretty cool. We did won the Esquire on that battle. But we had to clear the field because of that avatar, so they did get to loot the field. So, but all in all, it was a pretty good fight. We almost got that Moras too. It managed to warp off, and we didn't have point on it. We thought it was still in siege, and it got out of siege and managed to warp in time. So anyway, all in all, it was a pretty fun fight. That was a good thing. So, I mean, we went looking for trouble. We found some trouble, more than we've hoped. But all in all, it was a real fun fight. What else? Well, anyway, that's it for the military stuff. That was our one big operation during this week, and this also explained because Right Arrow was paid by the corp, and this one here was also SRP'd by the corp. So these are corp plus. So it does show in our like weekly progress that's part of might have contributed a little bit for the drop, but we make more money than what we lost in a week. So, that's about it for this week. It was like a pretty interesting week, a week of new stuff happening, a week of first. Next week is going to be 1 year since the start of the series. And I mean, I've come a long way since I was a noob, a full new bro a year ago. Hopefully, well, anyway, I don't wanna do everything, do next week video today. So that was it for this week. Next week, what we'll see, maybe an alliance member, maybe more interesting PvP. Maybe if we can manage to get 100 bill for 1 year in Eve, we'll see. So hope you guys enjoy, and see you guys next week. Bye bye.